Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Please enter your show or meeting number and press pound.
Enter your 6-digit PIN number. That was an invalid PIN for talk and shit get and clicks. Please re-enter your 6-digit PIN. If you think you have reached the wrong show, hang up and try again. Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface. Audio recording is on.
Is it time? Look at this. Didn't even bring the... horns. Yeah. I'm gonna let that go just for a little bit because we're gonna let everybody get in. We'll let everybody get in here. More applause for you, for me, for the children singing. It's been a while since oh yeah. We get chat select going. I like it.
I can't control it.
I can't control it.
Okay? It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't
What's good,
control it. I don't
everyone?
understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
It is another Thursday, and it's the Me episodes of talking shit, getting clicked, YouTube channels. But when you guys call in and you jump in with the Jump Out Gang, it becomes, that's right, the We episodes. And that's what we on right now. And I am your host, Mo 3 times. Let the children sing for me. Yeah, I should probably move my camera over just a smidge. There we go. Main lines in the building, Ramid's in the building. Love. If you guys are jumping over from the POE cast, I know that Tormenta and Reki had to go see Ja go get his playoff run going for the baseball. Listen. Those boys are good. Those boys are good. Good. Do I still have that sound though?
That boy is good. Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
Yeah, I do.
Many people know him as the Jump Out Boys in their city.
Jump Out Gang, what's good? Flashbacks in the building. Pop, you got a drop for us?
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicked.
You already know.
Groovy.
Yo, shout outs to the
bleached blonde bad built butch body.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. Even the badly built, bleach blonde butch bodies. All the bodies. God bless us all. Love, love. What's good? Love, love. What is good? Listen, 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 listen. Listen.
Yo, killing me with this.
Yo, so check this out. Am I loud? Let me know if I'm too loud. I feel a little loud in my headphones. Let me turn my headphones down just a smidgen. A smidgen. Hey guys. So what I wanted to do today was here. I got the show. Here's the little show slider. Right? Let me stop it right here. Well, all right. So this was the original show slider because I wanted to talk about some things. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk about Caitlin Clark and the hate against Caitlin Clark. I wanted to give you guys an update because we knew that the jury was deliberating.
Swallow that. Have you ever been
any chance to use it, I'm going to use it.
Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Let's even see if this works. It might. Yo, so I go through all of this painstakingly for the YOU. And then, yeah, we're going to talk about a little Nikki Haley, some ladies on TikTok complaining because she's all pierced up, tatted up, and she can't get a job now. You know what I mean?
Look at me out here dodging raindrops, Mo.
Not only that, there's so much going on in this world. Guys, it's been so much. I had to take some days off this week. It is something. And you know what? For like 48 hours straight, I ain't do nothing. Nothing at all. That's a lie. I mowed grass. I tried to clean the basement. I tried my best. I started. Had to get stuff in order, man. Out of hand. But yes. I was going to talk about the jury deliberations, and then I was going to come up to you guys and be like, hey, so what do you think? Can we blah, 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 and blah, 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 and what do you think that the outcome is going to be? And then we find out, as I'm doing it, Love hits me up because she's been on topic all since the trial started, and she's like, yo, guess what? Did you hear? And as I'm about to check up on the jury deliberations just to make sure, because I hadn't heard anything all day, and I was doing other things that earlier today. So I look at it, and I was like, oh, snap. Lo and behold, guilty. I don't know. I got to choose the right button for this. And it can't be because it is something.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to.
Strategy.
There's no
strategy.
strategy.
There is no thought. And the brand is just him. He lives in this world where there's just him.
You're literally acting like a cop.
So basically, that's right. 34 counts of falsifying business records. 34 counts? Is that right? 34. Let me go to my notes real quick, because sometimes if I did not have a head on my body. Yep. Guilty on all counts. And what are the counts? Falsifying the business records. Yo, Love is out there. And let's tell you, we've been going back and forth. We've been going back and forth about Trump. And like, honestly, Love had me on the ropes because I've been like looking at it, but she's been watching it with a fine-tooth comb. She's been watching that shit on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. She's been watching all. Now, I've been CNNing it and just listening to what's been going on. And it's hard, right? Because there was no cameras in no courtroom. So we're relying on the four artists or 3 or 4 artists that were in there that were giving us images. And then we're relying on journalists that are in the courtroom that are live tweeting what's going on and reporting back to the news agencies, who's then third party and reporting to us. Now, one of the conversations we had last night, me and Love was like, listen, like, it's like CNN, they got somebody inside. They're giving you everything that's going on, and then it's coming back to CNN, and CNN's reporting it. I was like, now Fox News, are they getting that same information from the source just like CNN, and then throwing some filters on it? Or is it filtered before it even leaves the courthouse? That was one of our, that's just a shower thought right there. It doesn't even matter, but still.
I like what you're doing, but I don't like what you're doing.
You know what I mean? But still, it's still something to just think about. But here we are. Every day, Love's like, I don't know about Michael Cohen. Stormy Daniels she's a little too much. And I'm like, but Love, understand. And the last conversation we had, like, we understand, like, yeah, you got a reasonable doubt and all this thing. And yes, a lot of this evidence is circumstantial, but when you put it all together, it paints a beautiful picture. Like, when you stand back, like, when you look up at it close, it's like, what's this, what's that? But when you stand back and see, you just see that this man has been running a criminal enterprise. A criminal enterprise.
Bleached blonde, bad built, butch body.
I mean, that could be for him as well. I'm going there. I'm going there. Oh, I'm out of control. I'm out of control. Let me hit you with the proper background. There we go. Here's the proper background. Sweet love. All right, so, yeah, this is what we got going. Let me bring the live chat up here, guys, so I can see what's going on. Keep my eye on you on the jump out, guys back there. Where's my chat select? Let's move the chat select over. We're working over here. I'll move it above the cam. There we go. Right. You guys are just covering me in comments. Pause. All right. So this is what we're talking about. And Love's like, oh man, it's circumstantial. And I was like, listen, they are painting a picture. And then it came to Michael Cohen. She was like, Michael Cohen's a criminal. He's a liar. They're going to prove that she's a liar. I can't stand Michael Cohen, but I don't think he's lying. She's keeping it real. Like, I don't think Michael Cohen's lying, but he could be seen as a liar. And I was like, listen, I gave her this one. Like, remember when they went to get John Gotti? Who did they use to bring John Gotti down, guys? That's right, Sammy the Bull. Sammy the MFing Bull was used to bring down John Gotti. And Sammy the Bull was out there killing, robbing, stealing, beating, lying, choking people out. He was doing all of that shit. All that shit. But still, when it came to him getting on the stand talking about the business, who better than to tell about the insides of the business than a person that was right there holding a knife and the pistol and grenades, probably, and ecstasy, cocaine, heroin. Who else? And I was like, yo, Michael Cohen was in there with him, and they're going to treat him just like Sammy the Bull. Like, this guy is a professional. He is a wolf out there with Donald Trump, and boom. Stormy Daniels. What is Stormy Daniels up there to prove? Stormy Daniels went up there and acted a fool. She went extra. She acted just like the little thought she is.
I can't control it.
I'm sorry, guys.
Okay? It's in my family.
Sorry.
My father said it. I can't.
Right, I can't control it. But right, she went up there and she acted she was dramatic, and she's an actress, an adult actress. She's an adult and she's an actress. And so that doesn't, because I mean, technically, damn, Anne Hathaway's an adult and she's an actress, so she could be an adult actress. Shit, Julia Roberts is an adult and an actress, so she could be an adult actress. Call them what they are, porn stars, people. That's like a little conversation that they had with Stormy Daniels. That was like a side mission from the media talking about something. Can we call them adult actresses or porn stars? You can't call them. They're porn stars. They star in porn movies. They star in pornographic movies. Damn it. An adult actress. Viola Davis is an adult. and she is also an actress. She would be an adult actress.
I can't
Meryl Streep is an adult and an actress. No, we don't put, we pull in the garage, we put the car in park, you're right, but we turn those keys off. We turn off the ignition. We don't just park in the garage with the car on. We don't do that. We don't do that, guys. We don't do that. Pull in the garage, we put the car in park, then we turn off the ignition, and if we're gonna run that radio, we just waste the battery a little bit. I got AirPods just through my phone. We're good. Let the children sing. Her testimony was important, but not that important. David Pecker and Michael Cohen's testimonies were the main reason why he was found guilty. I agree. David Pecker was a great witness, as well as Michael Cohen. What I think Stormy Daniels did was, Trump was like, yo, I don't know this broad, never met this broad, I don't know what she's talking about, certainly didn't have sex with her, and she came in with her trailer park self. I quote, like paraphrasingly quote with the trailer park thing, no diss to anybody that lives in a double wide single or otherwise, but like straight up and down, she was there to be a witness that they actually not only knew each other, but they were intimate with each other. And I don't know, in that time frame, does that count as intimate? Does it count as sex? Is it like a 5-second rule? Like you drop something real quick, if you get like 3 strokes, like, and I'm talking about the stroke is like 1, 2, 3. If you get that, does that count as sex? I think so, technically, on the books. But if I'm in a barber shop, you know, head back, as you can see, tilted back, I'm saying that's not sex. I'm not, in that crowd, not sex. In the court of law, obviously sex. But still, 1, 2, 3? Come on! He should be allowed to be like, I never met her. He don't know that woman. But then they got the picture together and everything. But we all knew this. The jury knew going in that he obviously knew Stormy Daniels. And the fact that they kept running with that was why I thought Stormy Daniels' appearance there was what should be. I also think Michael Cohen was Michael Cohen. I already did the whole Sammy the Bull thing there. And then Love said David Pecker. I'm telling him, David Pecker to me really, I was listening to his testimony or what they were reporting back, but he really wasn't on the marquee for me. I wasn't being an insider this time around. I was just waiting to see if they were going to find him guilty and all of that. Let me see if I can put together a poll. How do I do this? I want to do a poll, damn it. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to figure this out. While I'm doing this would be a great time that if you're calling to call in. Oh, and we got one in the queue. I see whose number this is. Thanks, Pops, for texting me. Frankie D is in the building. Frankie D, I'm going to pull this stuff up. Well, I do. Talk to the people. Say what's up. Hello? Hello? I don't have you on mute. And let me check my audio settings. Podcast.
My bad.
All right, good.
Because I didn't want you to hear my background. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Frankie D.
Hey, I'm listening to your conversation, and I love the subject matter because, you know, you're into what's happening today. And today, to me, the most important thing that I can take out of this whole I'm going to just jump right into the Donald Trump situation. And this is just my point of view and no disparaging against anything that you said because I was listening to your show about them other subjects. To me, you know, I'm not interested in. But when it comes to this Donald Trump situation today and the fact that he was found guilty on all 34 counts, and his sentencing will be on July 11th to determine what the outcome of this trial was. My thing is that people have to understand that no one is above the law. all right? And to put people in the position to choose sides, this is not what this is about, because everybody, regardless of the outcome, is going to have their own interpretation of what they believe is justifiable. What I want to say is this man has already been convicted prior to this of two charges that he has to pay for. The case was not about what Michael Cohen said or Stormy Daniels said, or the fact that the owner of, National Enquirer said this is what we did to try to help Trump out. That's not what this case was about. So for the defense to come up and throw everything on Michael Cohen's testimony to try to depict him as being a liar, this, that, and the other thing, you have to understand, he went to jail for Trump for lying for him. Now, the truth comes out is that it was not about Stormy Daniels and the affair, because he acted like he didn't have it. No, it's the paper trail that Donald Trump was convicted on. It wasn't nothing about Michael Cohen's testimony, Stormy Daniels, or what the prosecution did, or what the defense did. The paper trail told the truth. And despite the fact that Donald Trump tried to act like this was unfair, to the witch hunt, he bragged about not paying taxes. He bragged about not paying people. He bragged about, you can sue me because you will get some money, but not as much money I made off of you. He brags about that I'm above the law. The thing is, he got caught because the paper trail and the juries that was on that trial looked at that fact. They didn't care about the salaciousness of the propaganda of Stormy Daniels and all the testimony. But he tried to deny that. My thing is, there's no crime in fucking paying for some pussy. There's no crime in that. But when you use paperwork to try to deny the fact that it happened, now that's the issue. Because let's just look at, the flip side, like Fox would say. Well, remember when President Clinton was being impeached for getting a blowjob in the White House, and he wanted to kick him out of the fucking White House, and this was important to them. He lied. He said he never had no sexual contact with this woman, and they was ready to kick him out of office for that impropriety. But here's Trump, who paid $130,000 to silence a woman that he paid to get some pussy from, which is not a crime, and then used paperwork to deny that he did that. That's what got him busted. I don't care about the testimony of Michael Cohen or Stormy Daniels or the first lady that, the National Enquirer paid off, which was, I forgot his name, but the editor of the owner of National Enquirer, to try to help Trump keep these stories out, because he tried to portray an image of wholesomeness that was not true. Now he got caught in his own lies. He's an idiot, because if he would admit it in the beginning that he did that, guess what? He would be the president right now, because people wouldn't care, because it didn't affect the country. But the fact that you perjured yourself, that you lied, and you continue to lie and keep saying that this is an unfair system, that it's Joe Biden's Department of Justice that's coming after you, it's all bullshit. That people on the other side, the right, who call themselves the right, will not accept the reality and the facts of what Donald Trump is doing. So the fact that these New Yorkers came today and based their judgment on the fact, because the paper trail convicted him. They didn't say anything about Stormy Daniels or why they did. It's the paper trail. You can't deny the facts. That's your signature. You knew what you were signing because you bragged about it in your book, that how you control your finances. Don't act like at this point that you signed the check and you didn't know what it was. The people didn't believe it. I didn't believe it, and that's why he's convicted. Now, from this point forward, I would say, does that make a difference to Donald Trump's base, or the people who will support him? They already said, either way, if he's convicted or not, I will still support him. Now, my question to the people listening is like, okay, all you black brothers who was convicted of minor shit that can't vote in the election because you are a convicted felon based on your state's laws, that you can't vote, he can still be president, regardless of the fact that he was convicted. And this is not the first time he found liable for a case he lost. This is the third one. The next one is going to be for the documents case in Florida, that he's trying to delay, and then he's coming to Georgia. So the game is already exposed with Donald Trump, and people have to open their eyes and realize the fact, okay, he is a convicted sex offender. He is a convicted tax violator. Now he's a convicted liar, saying that the things that he used to get elected was all lies. So I leave the question open to the viewers who also say that he was, this is a conspiracy against Donald Trump because we don't like him, because he did so much, especially for the black community. He did so much. And I question the people that say that, especially these young folks. Well, what did he do personally that affected your life where you will still continue to vote for him now that he's a convicted felon on 34 felony charges?
Frankie D, ladies and gentlemen. Frankie D. I think it... Oh, we're still clapping here. All right, so check this out. I'm thinking that we can't do that. We can't do the you can't win. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Frankie D. Groovy. Giving his opinion on that, and we got a little bit of ahead of ourselves. Now I understand exactly what you're saying. We're doing the paper trail. The only reason why I think the witnesses are because the witnesses got called up there, and I think they helped confirm a lot of that paper trail. I think that witnesses could be there to confirm that somebody's lying, character-wise, and everything like this. Moving ahead. What Young Lindo is saying that it won't make a difference to a base, which was going to be a poll question. Like, how, do you think this is really going to affect his campaign at all? And we're saying no. And we're all also, I would go along with that because Fox News is reporting, not to say that we're always going to take everything that they are saying as true, but they're reporting that he is getting more donations, rolling in the last couple of hours since the verdict, than he's ever gotten before. So obviously these people aren't going to move. Obviously we have known for the past 20 years and longer that the right wing who has touted family values are hypocrites. Like over and over and over again, we're seeing more hypocrisy and more hypocrisy to the point where what type of answer do we expect from his base? They're not going to admit to being racist, obviously. Well, shit, some of them might. And I don't think.
Am I here?
I don't think.
It's not about being racist. It's not about none of that. None of that. It's about truth and justice in the Constitution. That no one is above the law.
Right.
And the fact that he was convicted of these crimes, regardless of his base, who act like, because he said it, that everything is corrupt. It's a rigged system. And once they get that in their head, regardless if he was found innocent or guilty, regardless, they would still not believe that the system is just. And the sad part is that you have these people out here who's in the voting party, regardless if he's convicted or whatever, they don't care. But I will flip the script on anyone and say this. Put yourself in this position. If you was Obama, if you was black, or you or anybody else who did half of the things that this guy got away with, tell me, would you feel the same way supporting this nigga?
Oh, I know what you're doing there. That's the time to kill. That's the time to kill method. You're hitting her with the time to kill right there. Yeah, I don't even think that the time to kill doesn't work anymore. None of that works anymore. None of this matters, Frankie D, because you and I both know, and I'm not sure if you're going to agree with me, and I hope you don't, but I'm thinking that if he gets any time, he's going to be on appeal, fighting the case or whatever until they dead it out, and he would have just, you know, been on house arrest or something, or on some type of like probation while he appeals this case. And then it's just going to be time served.
Well,
he's not. Do you think he's going to see any jail time? That's a better question. Do you think he's going to go behind bars?
No. The reason why I say that, because you have to understand, law is based on precedent. Right. And what I mean by precedent, what that means that this case was based on previous cases that's similar, that the law uses to determine the outcome of the case. This is the first time, and he's the first one who was a standing president who was convicted of being a felony. The Constitution did not have anything written that would protect us from the presidency being convicted as a felon, because it was based on what we would call a truth thing, like you would be truthful when you are running for the office. You understand? So this is the first. So now, anything after this case with Trump will set the precedence. Trump was the first one to be convicted. Now, whether people understand what that means or they disregard it because of their political beliefs or how they feel about America and, you know, what's going on, that's what makes America beautiful. But the debate is we're supposed to come together and to debate it. That's what the jury did. They took the facts of everything, and for them to come out with 34 counts of guilty based on everything that was, and this is his peers who convicted him. These are common sense people. So when we go to the point where common sense is no longer being involved in what's going on in this political world when it comes to high-profile people like a president who's convicted, he's a felon, a third-time felon, a sexual predator he's convicted of. The case against New York from not paying taxes, which he was found liable for $450,000, which is peanuts to him. But because of his ego, he will not allow himself to just say, like anybody else, say, yeah, I did that, and pay it off, and it would have been over with.
And that's great that you bring up his ego.
No big deal.
That's great because that you brought up his ego, because during the trial, there were a lot of reports of Donald Trump's ego coming into play and disrespecting the judge and the court itself. Do you think that will have anything to do, will that affect his sentencing when it comes up? No, because I don't believe in polls, because the polls are really not truthful of the true diversity of America. When you call people, they call certain people that they know that will support their views. So these polls indicate that based on what happened today, it will not make a difference. Why? Because no.
The rhetoric that's already been put out.
Frankie D, I'm asking the judge, not the voting or campaign. We already know his base is not going to change. He's probably going to get more votes coming from this. I'm asking, like, his behavior during the trial, the way he would talk after each day and berate the judge and bring his family into, you know, question. Is that would that
That's
affect?
Propaganda.
No, not at all.
It's all propaganda. It's all a part of the game to try to disparage the other side. That I shouldn't be here for this because I would not be. I am trustworthy. That no way that you would put me with these minor charges. That I've known people who are less in the position of power who have been convicted of minor crimes. The key to it is called no one is above the law. So the law is what presided over this case that determined his guilty. So the people looked at him not as a president, but as a regular person, just like it was me. If it was you, come on, you would not have that opportunity to defend yourself like he has. But this jury, and I'm going to be honest,
have an all-star
I
lawyer
thought it was going to be a hung jury because I thought because with everything that's going on about Donald Trump, to pick a jury, you have to get some unbiased people who don't know nothing about Donald Trump, who don't pay attention to Donald Trump. That's how you pick your jury.
Which
so
is
you got to get these
how
people
you're
in there
supposed to
that
pick
you
your
think
jury.
is going to benefit your case.
Right.
The problem with the defense was, and I'm going to say this is why he was convicted, is that they put the burden on the prosecution to bring witnesses that's supposed to collaborate the benefit of Donald Trump, and that's not the prosecution's job. The defense has the opportunity to bring anyone up there that's going to defend Donald Trump, and because of Donald Trump's stone-faced lawyer would not allow the people that he said he couldn't bring to testify is because his lawyer said no. And the reason why he said no to those people he complained that wasn't allowed to testify is because the defense knew they didn't know which way that these people were going to say. So they just left it out. So for Donald Trump to come back and say this is a fraud because we didn't get the opportunity to bring out witnesses, it's not up to the prosecution. It's you to defend yourself. And he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
He didn't.
He didn't do it. I'm sorry. He just got.
But Frankie D, you know my question was. My question was. Again, with all of the way that he was acting,
Donald Trump would have took.
With the way that he was acting, is the judge going to take all of those actions that and behavior of Donald Trump throughout this trial, during the trial, every day after the trial when we have his
That's irrelevant. Because he has to follow the law. Now it's in the judge's hands to impose the sentence based on the facts.
That's what I'm asking.
Based on the testimony, based on everything that was presented.
What's up, people? Here we are back into talking shit, getting clicks.
So if he gets it, fine. If not, then we know, just like most people who don't participate in politics today, especially young black men, because they think it's rigged. And if he gets away with it, then don't tell me about equal justice in America, because I'll tell you, black people, you are the dumbest people in America, because everyone else who came over here has prospered except for us. That's the question.
Meanwhile, in Florida.
Get him, Frankie D. Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie D. of Sunlight Productions. Thanks for calling in, Frankie D. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know it's Thursday, 7:30 p.m. is when we started our show. 313-825-5557. We just had Frankie D call in and give us the business that we so much needed. But what I was asking Frankie D was with the sentencing, when he went to ego part, it brought a question to my mind of ego. Yeah, Donald Trump being egotistical as fuck during that trial, and, you know, his behavior during the trial, and then each day when he would have his press conferences outside of the courthouse, underneath or wherever, in that dungeon, he would have his little speeches, and he would talk about the judge and the family, and then he would break the gag rule and the no gag rule, the gag order. He would bust it up, and he was chastised by the judge. And I was asking, my question was, all of that shit that he was giving the judge, is that going to come into play when sentencing is set up on July 11th? That's all. That's all I wanted to know. That's what I wanted to know. Well, I wanted to know more. Frankie D gave us all of that. But right now, the poll as right now was a Trump verdict fair. I'm going to end it here And 67% of you say that it's fair. 67% of you are saying that it's fair. 37% are saying that it's not fair. If you're part of the 37%, please do me a favor. Do us all a favor. Call in. We want to know why you think that the verdict was not fair. Your chance to air it out. 313-825-5557. You call in. I mute myself. You got the mic. All right, I got another caller right now in the call queue. Talking shit, getting clicks. You are on Mo 3 times.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you flashback.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks. I can talk twice at one time.
What's good?
That's it. That's what's good. I just want to first say to Brother Frankie D, right on time. Appreciate the brother for sharing some wisdom along with some knowledge to the ignorance of what I see now with when I'm speaking to mostly young black men in this generation on the street that still supported Trump because he's trying to make them see on the level that gangster shit. I'm going to say y'all gangster shit so y'all can be continued free to run and kill and destroy your own neighborhood. So that's one part of the game. And like in the truth, as Frankie D said, I just say like this. What he gets, of course, will never be to the level of what we would receive if we were charged with those 34 counts. If you think the time that your sibling spent in prison just for a piece of crack. But I won't go there. But still believe in him. But anyway, only thing I can say is if 1/3 of the mega and what's her name that had ran against him that now decides she's going to vote for him, you know.
Nikki Haley.
Can you help me with that? Haley.
Nimrata.
Yeah, ain't nothing to get on her name. But anyway, they just show you right now that I feel like this. If he can continue to run, then we see the power that he has set up in the Supreme Court when you're setting up dictatorship. And the only thing that Trump Muslim from this day be aware of is the fact that the only thing we've seen from their attack at the Capitol, that was the first sign of revolution. And on that part, you got to remember too, if this is the power that he missed the first time when he stood in front of the church, when you can see the signs of time and he held the Bible upside down. But you remember he had a general behind him in uniform. But that general, like I said, I can't call names, but you know faces. When he finally woke up and see what Trump had pulled on him, he came on the screen to apologize. Remember? So if he showed his face again, then that shows that even to the greatest power to become a dictator of a country is to rule the military. And we know we serve the military with communism that keeps a democracy. That's what makes America different and beautiful than any other country. But the sadness, I say, if that does not come, and I don't know, Lord, if I don't know on this judgment if you can appeal it or not, but like you said, it's going to run time that he will still be able to run some high stipulation of that law for president. And only thing I can say, if we support Biden, and he wins. And all the things that I had seen in him as the first president in my life and generation show more blacks. And I say blacks, I ain't say niggas. I see some niggas on the other side, but when I look standing behind, and even from the day Obama, that's beautiful. But I ended with this conversation because you know how I go. I just like to say like this. If Biden win, and if he turn around for some reason to show proof of the Illuminati or the skulls or into the masonry, I would say this, as him to stand in the position as a Catholic, and he turned around and pardon Trump after that support, then you recognize the wickedness and betrayal in him, just like that lady Hillary did with Trump. That's all I just want to share.
Ladies and gentlemen, flashback.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clipped.
You know what, flashback? Thanks for reminding me that Joe Biden is Catholic. He's actually the second Catholic president. Do you guys know who the first Catholic president? Do you guys know who the first Catholic president was? Do you? Huh? Who was the first? That's what I'm talking about. Who knows these things? So flashback, while you were going in, I heard a gratuitously used use of the word nigga. You were dropping some N-bombs there, and you were talking about Donald Trump and N-bombs.
Like
and I have to let you know that
they can't. And I know where you're going. And I just say like this.
He has no idea where I'm going.
Found out that the Pope. They said if the Pope could now call a gay person a faggot, then approval from the House of a Pope is a
Why? There's rules. There's rules to this.
I'm doing 3 Hail Marys right now.
Nigga, you not Catholic.
You don't gotta clap at everything.
You're not.
Look at this nigga.
You almost. We was up in Newark. You tried to be Muslim for 5 seconds in Newark. You see how that almost turned out. I was gonna have to come out I was gonna have to come out my jacket for Pops. Assalamu alaikum. Remember that?
Salam. You see, even in that confusion, I greet all when I come. Because when we come as a government that I see even today in my family and the reality of America, that I scratch my head. You know, my family, even when it comes to religion, is separated between the 3 religions of the Abrahamic. But yet, we live together. So I can't understand when the world is fighting and battling over a level of these ideas. But not going there, you ain't gonna take me there. But
you went there, sir. By all means. I'm not gonna bring you back. That's what that is. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. Keep going. But I did that segue. I did that segue that you just totally
give somebody else the chance to breathe and call in.
No one listens to me.
I just had to share my spit.
I asked Frankie D a question.
Still on and not. I don't know main line. I gotta do my shouts out.
I asked Flashback a question, and he just.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
All right.
I learned that from politics.
What you learn from politics?
That's what messed Trump up. I hear everybody saying, "Think I love about Trump, but he's not a politician," and that's what he just proved. You're not a politician.
He's not a come on. He's not a politician. I mean, we got the reports of
white man
people in
the world,
his cabinet, and
the pacifier got pulled out your mouth.
No, let me tell you what. This is, first of all, let me stop the music. At the end of the day,
go ahead.
At the end of the day, none of this matters. None of this matters. He was found guilty of 34 charges, felony charges that can range from hours in jail to some actual couple of years in jail that he's not going to get. He's not going to see the inside of a jail cell. Damn it, we didn't even believe that he was going to be found guilty. It's just amazing in the fact that they came together to find him guilty when he had 2 lawyers on his on the jury that could have nitpicked through all of that information that was bought by the New York Prosecutor's Office. You've had your time to talk, sir. You had your talk, sir. You gave shout-outs. You was about to be off of the phone in a second, and then as I'm trying to get my thoughts together to talk to you, this is how you do me?
Nah. But you know you're not going to get away with that. You know you distract me quick because you're not getting ready to come back hard on.
All right. What am I not getting away with? No. I'm just telling you. Like, come on, guys. Hold on. Let me do another poll. Let me do another poll. Let me do another poll. Let me do a poll. Let me do a poll right now.
Please vote yes if you agree with me, and vote no. Please block me.
Sorry, guys. I can't spell.
Are you typing?
I'm yes or no, and here it is. Sorry for the typo, guys, there, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to work this out. I got 2 votes in. Is Donald Trump going to win the 2024 presidential election? Is he going to win? Is he going to win? Let me know. Let me know, guys. And then we can talk if any of this matters or if it's all just dog and pony show. Shout outs to Alvin Bragg, though, for having the balls to move this case along, to move this case when so many wanted to bring it. He was the only one that bought it, had a plan to bring it, bought the plan, bought the case, and the case made it. Amazing thing. Now, Donald Trump can keep this thing appealed for the next 50 years of his life. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Right now, in the poll, started a minute ago, check it in the chat, is Donald Trump going to win the 2024 presidential election? Once again, is Donald Trump going to win the 2024 presidential election? 100% in this chat is saying yes. This whole verdict from the jury is merely symbolic. It's symbolic. It's symbolic. The jury didn't tell me anything that I didn't know before or after. It just told me that it just told me that the legal system might be kind of right. Or if they nitpick it apart and be like, oh my God, how could these, there's no evidence, it's all circumstantial, blah, 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 then it's whatever. But right now, I'm just asking you guys to vote.
You know how I know it was right?
Mm-hmm. How were you right? What were you right about?
The reason, the jury was right, because what everybody expected, what Frank said earlier, was the fact that it would be a hung jury. a hung trial.
Yeah. I was expecting for not guilty or hung, and I was hoping for a guilty.
And the biggest fear and anger of Trump right now is that out of the 12 that sit there, he couldn't put any threats in their hearts.
No. This is the time and the reality of how we live in now. That's blind side. They're New Yorkers. They ain't scared of nothing. Like they're not scared of anything. And I'm not, guys, please, I'm not bowing down or placating to New York or trying to like ride them or anything like that. But they're honestly, New Yorkers are a totally different breed of American. I think most Americans are totally different breeds than other Americans. But in New York, it's special because they will go ahead and do what needs to be done. And that's what they needed to do.
You know why?
I mean, this case is going to be caught up in appeals for the next couple of years, though. It's not going to stop him. It's not stopping him from coming. And unless this verdict somehow gets to the Supreme Court or goes through each state, and each state says, hey, we can't put him on the ballot because he's a felon or whatever. He's a convicted felon, or like, unless that starts happening state by state, he is going to win the election. Joe Biden is not.
You missed the Trinity. You missed the three things that I said that I already see the outcome of what you just asked.
Okay.
Even if he made precedent.
Right.
If he made precedent for the first time, like I said, he's guilty. And now on this part, his anger, his frustration to see now is, like you said, what we call the military force. If you have a true revolution,
like I get you. He's supposed to be all right.
Okay,
right now,
take you to like you said my idea to take you to step 2. If he does become president, the turmoil of the case. But you got to remember again, the first thing he proved to you become a dictatorship is to break down the NATO. He said he was going to capture the NATO away from America.
Right, because so America is putting in way more than
with Russia and Ukraine and what's happening
in North Korea.
Israel.
So you're thinking that America is going to team up with Russia, Ukraine, and North Korea?
Think his mindset really is, if you think he's a fool. So if he made president, I answer that real quick.
Pops, this is all I'm saying.
President, I say like this.
He's
for me, in your lifetime, in my lifetime, I believe the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Oh Lord! Like which prophecy?
You can't take away
of the Antichrist
from reality of life.
Of the Antichrist.
Take it there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, flashback. You stay on right quick because there was a couple of things like you kept going on, but I wanted to tackle it as we're going. First of all, you're saying that if he wins the president, you're saying it as if he's not like leading the polls, and we do not have to agree with the polls, but Biden, I don't know how to explain this without. Because we're talking about prophecies now, so I guess I can bring my magic into play. All right. I have never been wrong on who the next president was going to be. I called Trump to win the presidency early in 2015. Flash, did I not? I called it. I was like, yo, he's going to win. Those people love him. They are motivated to go out and vote, and they want to see him in office. And that energy from his base has not waned one iota. And Biden, no matter what, everything that he's doing good for the country, that is being overshadowed by the mere presence of Donald Trump. He's getting, every time after court, he got free campaign time to go on CNN and Fox and MSNBC and talk shit for 15 minutes after every court every trial day, every day at court. He's going to be president again. So when you're talking about something like he is the front runner for president right now. He is. He just is. It's privacy. He said something about privacy. And then, but right now, then we go to military. Military, Joe Biden is the commander in chief right now. I'm actually going to let you in on the secret that militarily, they're trending against Trump in the military. Yeah, they're trending away. The military it's always been political, but it's becoming a little bit more apolitical. My troops out there are a little turned off with politics right now. And it's not as big as it was in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2024, a couple of years, 3 years. The military. So I don't think he's going to have the military, but that was another one of my questions. We got some votes in. Is Donald Trump going to win the 2024 presidential election? Right now, we have 60% saying yes, 40% saying no. I'm asking that question as if he's going to win it. Not would you like or would you don't like. Like if you actually had to bet money, if he was going to win the presidential election, would you bet money on him to win the presidential election versus Joe Biden as it stands right now? Yeah. So, I'm thinking that unless the Democratic National Convention, the DNC, gets together and says, hey, let's canvass each state and say, hey, let's find these laws and say, this guy's convicted, you can't put him on unless they do that, Joe Biden's going to have a very hard time winning the presidency. Not even saying that Trump's going to win the popular vote, because I doubt that. And Joe Biden might end up winning the popular vote again. But he's not getting Georgia. He's not getting Georgia again. He's not. So that's how I'm feeling about it. But I'm going to let the poll go on for about 5 more minutes. You guys let us know, yes or no. Do you think President Trump is going to win the presidential election in 2024? I think he's going to win. Not saying I'm for it, because I'm not. He's out there. Oh, yeah, and that's what I was going to talk about, too. That's flashback. Y'all be going. Y'all get me. Y'all get me. Y'all be getting me. But here we go. Let's show it. That's right. There's claims that there's a tape that Trump said, would America buy a N-word winning? We know what that N-word is. Oh, you think he has the Bronx? No. First of all, I think there was a lot of people at Bronx that was there. Those pictures weren't the real deal. It didn't look like he had more than, I'm going to be nice and say 5,000 people there. And most of them weren't from the Bronx. But optics. But yeah, this is what we got. We got Donald Trump. We got the use of the N-word. Now, I was going to ask the questions like, hey, does this matter? With the tape coming out of Donald Trump saying, oh my God, the N-word, would that slow his rolls in the polls? Would it slow his rolls in the polls? I'm going to say no. Should we do that as a poll too? Right? But anyway, this is what happened. And so it's alleged that he used the N-word, and we don't know if he used the nigga or the nigger. We don't know if he ER'd it or N-I-G-G-A'd it, but I don't know. I think both versions is going to earn him more votes and have his base get a little bit stronger in this society that we live in. So what happened was during who should win the first season of The Apprentice, and they were having deliberations, not the jury, but the people in there, producers of The Apprentice, And according to a former producer whose NDA just expired, there are tapes of Donald Trump saying the racial epithet. Now, there have long held rumors that Trump has said it, and I don't think any of us, do I need to do a poll to be like, if this man has ever uttered that word? Of course not. So anyway, during the taping of The Apprentice, and this is recalled by the former EP and reality television pioneer Mark Burnett to release the footage. They want Mark Burnett to release the footage. They want one of the reality show kings to release this footage. And really, that would be the next poll. I'm going to end this poll now. It's at 13 minutes. That's right. 60% think that Donald Trump is going to win. 40% believe he's going to lose. I agree. I think Donald Trump is going to win the 2024 presidential election, but I think it's going to be way closer than 60-40. Way closer than 60-40. Way closer. Way closer. Way closer. I mean, devastating mic control. Right. This is crazy. I'm just reading. I'm reading now. So yeah, he said the N-word, and we already know that it doesn't matter. But just shout outs for you guys. Blacks for Trumps. I just checked this out. My black people for Trump. Got you. I got your back. Got your back. Sweet teas on sale on Amazon, $15.99, $13.38. Oh man. For my black Trump mamas. For my black Donald Trump mamas, here we go. She's like winking over the shoulder. She's showing a little shoulder. I'm surprised that's not an American eagle tattooed on that shoulder. She's winking. All right, and hell yeah, I'm black and I like Trump. Oh my God. Yo, straight up and down, I wear I wear a 2X in tees. You guys buy that for me, I'll wear it. Oh, no, I won't. I can't even.
Emotionally and mentally, this is the lowest I've been so far.
Yeah. That's what we got. Anathema. All right, guys. 313-825-5557. I don't know if Flashback is still there. Flashback, you still there?
I'm hanging in there. I'm being obedient.
Is Donald Trump the Antichrist?
You said if he become president.
What if it's
if he become president again against this country, and just what the brother would keep trying to explain, I don't know why we have to keep kicking back. You got to remember the first of all, even for us as a black people in America, the law was always made and developed for them and their position to hold power and be redeemed from their sins compared to us. And this is what you see the difference between the wealthy and the poor. So think about this. Do you think Trump ever had to sit back and worry about spraying roaches out his house or trying to kill a rat, worried about the babies getting bitten?
Not until he moved into the White House. He didn't have to worry about that until he moved into the White House.
Well, on that, why should he worry about that now?
What are you talking about? Because the White House is infested with roaches and rats. There's a whole budget dedicated to pest control at the White House, Pops.
Yeah, Okay, and I get it. It didn't happen until the bomber moved into there, right?
No. There's been roaches and rats in that White House forever. It's old. I mean, any old.
Did Trump and his wife live at the White House?
Yeah, of course. Well, Melania.
Again, even as the president of the United States, I keep mentioning the luxury, the life that he lived, not as rich, but as wealthy. And that's what he was presenting to you, the power of wealth. He was past richness. It was the richness and the ones that was trying to be rich that even when he can dog his own political party out, and they still kiss his ring.
But this is the thing, like,
if it's right in front of your face,
is this going to get back?
I'm saying on this level
to the Antichrist.
I'm looking at it on this level of life. I ain't looking at it from y'all political side, politicians, Democrats, and all that stuff. I'm just dealing with straight life and living. So you can't compare the White House to what I just shared with you, even when you take it that way. When I said even have to worry about your child being bitten by rats or roaches, really, as you do on AI, got them running up their nose.
I hit the rim shot button. I hit the rim shot button.
So I just, yeah, because I got to take it there on the real side when it's your young generation that's going to be the one that he's looking forward to putting him in the White House, because just on that game side of the mentality, you'll just be able and willing to follow that for a paycheck. To be stripped from power, not even wealth. You can lose your wealth. Even right now, they try to take his wealth, but he still presents, and this is what he's struggling with. It's called power.
They haven't taken any of his wealth. I haven't seen any fines. Maybe he got sued with the civil suits and everything. He had to give a couple of some dough. Then he had to.
Well.
Then it was like Yeah. I mean.
So even on that level, let's go back to the paper. Then what Brother Frank was saying earlier. Let's go back to the paper. Like you said, he signed the check. So let's just break it down.
Sign what
check?
That's
why I said if he calls when he first, this is how I look at it. Mm-hmm. If he first wants to elect, this is why I can't understand with the mentality of saying how real this man is and his thinking. And y'all generation is like that. That's why I said if he made president, just like the things we said in the Signs of Time, then that's the prophecy. Or even to Revelation that he claimed he was one of the trumpets. Trump. Even in the symbolisms and the things that we miss, that when you take the two, that's why they always try to separate religion from state. But not going there, that's why I said
that's why we've always
separate from the prophecy
church and state.
That is Trump makes president again after all this before your eyes. As my brother said, even the Lord, for the first time, the Lord proved that they saw, even with OJ, that this man was 100% found guilty. Not even one charge to battle with or argue with. Not even one juror being afraid of what's going to happen to their family if they feel honest and true and see the truth. That's the mentality I see now in my time when I'm looking at what's going on before, and y'all worried about our dumb kids that still think that they can take a joint inside another country. that you still don't think you when it comes to marijuana is still used against us. It's just contained for the power, no different with what they did with crack.
Bro, how did we get to marijuana going into other countries from Donald Trump being an antichrist? How?
Bleached blonde.
Because if you couldn't catch up with what I said, son, that I just have to say you slow. But everybody...
You're literally acting like an op. As if I don't have enough of those already.
Just remember, as y'all say in this language, I guess I'm gas. What you call it, gaslighting?
No, you're not gaslighting. You know what you're doing, though. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
What I'm doing?
You're talking shit, getting clicks. That's what you're doing. Give him the horns.
And just what you said it was about. I'm surprised my brother dropped out. That's a good point to tonight.
Talking shit, getting clicks. I am Mo 3 times.
But here was the third part.
Mm-hmm.
So we went through what we thought if he lose, right? We went through it. I said if he does make president, then he's actually the signs of time to me in the reading of the prophecies, of all the prophecies. Like I said, it's always clear, even in the name. That's why they praise him. He's the Trump. Y'all played the card game all your life. Only Trump wins.
Uno.
Trump can't lose.
He's the draw four.
That's how powerful what you just see and before your eyes, that like you said, because on that level of life or even thinking of conceive and his life compared to mine, you know, I still reach in my pocket to make sure I can afford to pay for plastic trash bags that I throw out every day, but I can't go to the store and I'm punished and can't get a bag. Isn't it the same plastic? But this is how we do in New Jersey.
I mean, it's...
That's what I said. Think of not even with what we said before, not even with the president. Let's go back down to legislation.
We have to save the plastic for the spaceships.
And the house, just like the casino, it's the house.
The house always wins.
Play the game. Know the game. It's before your eyes.
Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast.
That's all we doing, just talking shit.
Getting clicks.
Because if you're talking shit,
Pop, tell them out there. Let me tell you what's been going on. We've been having these shows, and I'm looking, and we have a lot of live people on there just watching. I appreciate everybody that's in the comments, commenting, and getting in there. We check I see checking the phone lines. We got another caller. I think Frankie D's back. We're gonna have Frankie D and Flashback at the same damn time. It's happening right now. But everybody I appreciate everybody in the chat. Do me a favor if y'all can.
Keep it real.
I just want to respond on what I just listened to from Flashback.
Please. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor and hit like, share, subscribe, but hit me some likes so you guys can hear Flash and Frankie D. Let's go for it.
What the conversation is going. Okay. Hello?
We're here.
Hello.
What's up, bro?
Okay. Listen, I just want to comment on what the brother Flashback just commented on, which to me he made some poignant statements that I think bypass a lot of people because, you know, Flash like to tell the stories. But he made some points that I'm going to re-emphasize. He said that, pointing to what happened today when it comes to the Trump situation, young people have to not look at it from their personal views, but to look at the actual situation, what's going on, because it's not going to affect us. It's going to affect y'all. So when the old school, telling you stuff that sound like it's not relevant to today's school. He's speaking on precedents. He's speaking on what has already happened that's repeating again with this new guy, Donald Trump, in his situation. And it's not about what you believe it was crooked or this, that, and the other thing. It's about looking at the facts. Look at why he was convicted. And I know it's like my same conversation, but I just want to co-sign for my brother Flashback that regardless of how he expressed himself, listen to the poignant points he's making about what's going on, how it's not going to affect us old school niggas, but y'all. And that's all I'm saying. That's the comment I'm going to say. How does this verdict today affect you guys and what you believe? And that's what he was trying to say. It's not about old school no more. You're like, oh, you want to act like we don't know shit because we old. That's the dumbest shit that young people could say. Because if you lose the wisdom that guided you and disregard it, and when we come up to something that's going to affect you and disregard us, this is our concern. It's like you guys, like Hatcher used to say back in the game, you just don't get it. And that's my point. I digress. I'll let you can mute me. That's all I wanted to say. And Hatch, I agree with you said. And I think because of your diction and the way you pronounce yourself,
Yay, ladies and gentlemen, Frankie D, Flashback, doing it. You guys are right. We got to look at how this is going to affect us. How this verdict is going to affect us. How is it going to affect us? How is it going to affect us? I think that is something that we should answer on our next show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been beautiful. Talking shit, getting clicks. We gotta let them have the last word, you know what I mean? All right, listen, Trump guilty verdict. We took some side steps, some side roads. I'll be back with you guys, oh wow, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We gonna finish this, ha ha ha. So if you're on your work day, that's right, tomorrow, 10 a.m., special show, we finish it. Talking shit, getting clicks. Ammo 3 times. Trump guilty. 34 charges. Also, poll says Trump is not the Antichrist. By you guys.